All right, hey, Josh here at Attica Lumber Company. Hey, let's revisit this project, 60 by 80 agricultural post frame. But let's talk about this Masonite door. Now you can get a Masonite door, 24 gauge, a 27 gauge, 29 gauge. Obviously, it's kind of counterintuitive, but the lower, it's kind of like sidewall steel. A 24 gauge is a better thickness than a 26 gauge steel. And a 26 gauge is obviously a higher thickness than a 29 gauge. But this Masonite right here, double painted on both sides. And then it has this composite at the end, not at the end, at the bottom there. But the importance of this is it stops the rotting and so forth. You get an El Cheapo door and you know, the water starts to fissure, starts to come in there. But the composite jam right there, you can see that's going to keep out the water and so forth. And then the thickness on this door right here, this is a Masonite door. You can see it's a 9 light grid right there, but it's 1 3/8. A lot of times what you'll see out there, you'll see cheaper doors, they're 3/4. So this is a 1 3/8 versus a 3/8. And again, it may seem like a minor detail, but boy, I tell you what, when you're looking at this 2, 3, 4 years out, and if you see rush, you know what's going on. They went with a cheaper door. So really, if you're going to put up a building that obviously costs a decent amount of coin, decent amount of change, you want to complement it with a good quality door and so forth. So a higher door, but an important little detail that needs to be looked at. So everything in your building needs to be evaluated. And this door right here, from an overhead door standpoint right here, thickness on this door right here is a 2-inch. I know I see a lot of doors out there that are, you know, 1.5 or 1 3/8. This overhead door right here, this is a 2-inch thickness on that door. And then if we look at the windows right here, now these windows have a built-in J channel. Let me walk over here and I'll show you here. But what the built-in J channel does, it allows, obviously, to connect right there to that sidewall steel. A double pane right there. Again, minor details, but I tell you, the minor details add up, especially on these buildings. Okay, obviously this is one that goes up and down, but you could also do a slider as well, just depending on your application usage and so forth. But the built-in J channel, that makes it nice right there. And it does have a warranty as well. And we talked about this before, but I think this is important there from a wainscot. You can see the wainscot on this one's 4 feet up. And depending on how you want to do it, obviously this is a taller building, so the 4 feet's more fitting, more matching, obviously on a 16 feet tall building versus a 3-foot span. But we talked about this. We talked about when you're setting this, the sidewall steel on the wainscot, there needs to be a little bit of gap. And the reason why there needs to be a little bit of gap there is the water needs to be able to run or dissipate or get out of there. Because we've had a few buildings, obviously when you put up obviously hundreds, thousands of buildings, you know, you're gonna have some issues. You're gonna see some things. But rust, think about it. If water sits right there, there's gonna be rust that could, I've seen it before, rust will come up on that sidewall steel panel. And then you have an issue, so forth. So we wanna keep that up just a little bit. That way water can escape. So there's a little tip for you guys out there, your DIYers, you guys out there knocking out 30 by 40s, whatever you're doing. So hopefully that helps you there. Never overlook the details. And the little details can really add up and so forth. So keep following the journey. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, and we'll keep rocking and rolling, keep it out, improving our content for you guys. So until the next video, keep following along, atticalumber.com.